do the mass first. That's pretty quick. So if we take a look at our measurement here, we have 70 grams. So we can go into, let's go into tools, evaluate, and then we have the mass properties. And by default, we have here a density that it assumes the whole wheel and tire is 0.04 pounds per cubic inch here. So we can override that and take into account, well, the moments of inertia and all that won't be accurate because it's going to assume that we apply a uniform mass throughout here. But for the purposes of CG calculation in your assembly, this will still work. So we're just going to override it to 70 grams. I think it should convert there, yeah. So there we go. So now it knows, and it still knows the center of mass is at the origin because it assumes a uniform density, and that looks good. So we can just close this, and we can add a sensor here for the mass so that we can keep track of it. That's useful for your as you change a part or in an assembly. You can even add the center of mass measurements also. So as you change a part, if it's not quite symmetrical, you can track where the center of mass is. This one is clearly it's symmetrical, it's at the origin. So we're just gonna keep this one here. So anyone who opens this part can quickly see what the mass is of it. So we've got the mass. Now let's do the appearance. So we can see if we expand this over here, we have this column for appearances. We can actually apply appearances to the entire part, to individual features. We can get into the appearance tab over here. And it's the same menu for any way we get in here. It's just it initializes this menu a little differently. So we clicked on the appearance of that cutout rim feature, so it's already in the features selection, but you can also select bodies, surfaces, faces, or the whole part. So we're going to get in here. We're going to split the wheel into realistically the tire and the rim as two separate bodies. So right now we have one big body with a bunch of different surfaces or faces on that body. We're going to split it into two bodies, and that'll be cleaner than trying to do dozens of surfaces or faces. So let's go into the front plane, and we're just going to sort of freehand this. Something that's going to cut out the tire from the rim. So about like that. Let's just construction this for now. Be a little less deep. So, oops, coincidence there. Okay, let's try. Okay, make this shorter. Like that. Let's mirror these guys. So that's going to slice out the tire. So we're going to make a surface out of that. So we'll take this, go into surfaces, and we're going to do a revolve surface. Go in and choose this. So it's going to make a surface. You can see it encases the full tire, and it does not encase the rim. It cuts it right where they join. So we've got that, and kind of hides the tire. So let's just change its transparency so that we can work with it. You can see everything that's going on. So let's use a split to split these bodies apart. So that's going to be in, so that's insert features split. So the trim tool is going to be the surface. We're going to cut out all the bodies. Cut them. And you can see that one is the rim, and this one is the tire. So I don't think we want any of these. Let's do the split. We can now hide this, and it looks the same as it does before. Now you can see we've got some bodies in here. We have the surface, which is the surface revolve, and the solid bodies. And this is cleaner to make appearances because you can go in here, and we couldn't do this with the features. We couldn't override, there wasn't any one feature that was the tire or any one feature that was the rim. They were kind of mixed in there. But now there's a separate rim body and there's a separate tire body. Just make sure I didn't cut anything below there. I don't think I did, no. Yeah, the cut does not go into the inner radius there. So now we can go in and much more easily apply appearances here. So the rim here, let's go back and get our metal polished aluminum. That's good, that's clean. And the tire, let's go and get just a basic color, this dark gray. There we go, that's cleaner. And we can rename these, so how do you do that? That is, I think you can actually just press F2. Okay, F2 works, that is the rim. And this is the tire. This is tire to rim interface. That's it for the appearances. Let's hide. We can go in here and find the sketches to hide, but you can also just, if you hide any one line, the rest of the lines in that sketch will hide as well. So I changed a couple things again. I changed the color of the tire. Looks a bit more realistic now. This darker rubber. I added a fillet around the cutouts that was already in there. You can see it around here. And there's just a sort of a technical detail that I realized we should probably improve here in this wheel. So we had split with a surface revolve, and there's a couple things I'm going to change with that. So let's get into the sketch. So I guess one of the main things would be we should have, so we chose it to be coincident there, kind of should have it to be tangent as well, so that it really cuts. We make sure that it's cutting nothing too much, nothing too little. It cuts just the right amount that way. We're just making sure of it. And we don't really need to close the surface. We just need to separate the rim from the tire. So that much will do it. So we don't need this one either. Although actually, yeah, we need that to mirror. So just give this an arbitrary dimension. will do it. That should cut out the wheels, the tire from the rim, and it did do that, although it changed the numbers of the bodies. So in our split, we ended up with the rim looking like the tire looking like the rim. So let's just go back and we could actually copy it, paste it in here, go and change this one. All right, there we go. So yeah, that surface did not have to encase the tire, it just needs to split the tire from the rim. So there we go. Save it, and we're done.